What's up, K-Divas, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this hat that I have on here. It started off, or my plan was to make a bucket hat, but ended up becoming this wide brim low body hat that I actually think looks really cute. In the last, I think about a month ago, I made a video where I sort of shared different things that you can make with your scrap fabrics instead of just throwing them away, and accessories was one category that I mentioned. So I'm going to be showing you how to make the pattern for this hat and how to sew it as well. It was a learning journey for me, and I hope you will enjoy watching this video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't joined the K-Divas fam, and turn on that notification bell as well, so you know whenever I have new videos on the channel every single week. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this video because I'm in love with the outcome. Like, it's just so cute. I'm going to be working with this beautiful Ankara print here, which I used to make a palazzo trouser from last year. I also have some black interfacing to stiffen the brim of the hat. I have my pen, scissors, tape measure, my pattern master, some paint, as well as my pattern paper. So the hat design has three main parts: the top, the middle, and the hat brim. So those are the three pattern pieces we're going to be making. And the first one that we're making is going to be a full circle. So I ended up creating this DIY compass with a stiff scissors and my marker pen taped down to the edge. So the first pattern piece is a circle that has a radius of 3.5 inches. So planting that edge of the scissors, I'm going to be trying my absolute best to draw a full circle using this homemade compass because I actually didn't have one, but I wanted the circle to be perfect so the pattern piece comes out correct. So I'm just making my way to the end of this circle piece like so. And when I measured around this circle to get the circumference, it ended up being 22.5 inches. So you would need to know that measurement in order to make the next pattern piece. So I went ahead to cut out my circle, added my annotations. You need to cut two, one as the main piece and one as the lining. So the next pattern piece you need to work on is sort of like that middle section or the body. And the first thing you need to do is to draw a long line like so. And we're going to be marking half of that top circle circumference, which is going to be 11.25 inches. And I'm just marking that along that straight line that we've drawn. Next up, I'm marking the midpoint of that 11.25 inches mark. And I'm going to be marking half an inch below that midpoint. And I'm going to be connecting it to the end using my pattern master and my pen. So in order that the shape comes out nice, you want to keep that middle section slightly straight and then the ends sort of like tapered in. So the mid section is going to be 3.5 inches, sort of like deep or wide. So from that curved line that we just drew, we're going to mark 3.5 inches down like so. So we get like a width that is even across the entire piece. So once you're done marking all of those points, you can go ahead and connect them all together. Because it's a curved seam, I'm using this curved end of my pattern master. So once you're done connecting that curved end, you're going to sort of extend from that top end outwards towards the bottom, and so it matches the other side. I'm folding the pattern paper in half and using a tracing wheel, I'm going to trace that slanted line to the other side so they mirror each other perfectly. So once I'm done doing that, I'm just going to grab my pen and then draw out the dotted points that we made in the paper, so we have the other side of the pattern piece. So I went ahead to add a 1 centimeter seam allowance on the sides and on the bottom, added my grain line as well as my annotations. You will need to cut 2 pairs of this because this is just half of that middle or the body of your hat. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out that pattern piece, and this is what it should look like. So I'm measuring this bottom area of this second pattern piece because this is going to help me make the third pattern piece, which is the brim. And when I measured that curve, it measured as 14.75 inches, but remember that that's just half of that body or that midsection of the hat. So if you multiply that by 2, you will get the full width or the full circumference of that particular area. And if you factor that into the formula for finding the radius of a circle, you should be able to get the radius that you need to create a full circle piece that would become the brim of the hat. So I create an actual full circle pattern. I folded my paper twice, so I have 2 folded ends, and we're going to be marking our radius of 4.7 inches from that corner like so in these directions. So when we connect them all together, we have a quarter of a circle, and from this point you then mark how wide you want your brim to be. So for my brim, I decided to work with something on the wider side, so I decided to work with 3 inches. You can decide to make yours a bit narrower or even fuller if you want to. So I'm just marking 3 inches all the way across. I connected my points together, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a 1 centimeter seam allowance along the top and along the bottom of this pattern piece here. Don't forget to add your annotations. You need to cut 2 pieces of this particular pattern, and I'm just going ahead to cut out the paper on that middle and on the outer edge, so when I actually open it up, I have a full circle that is going to become the outer brim of your hat. So these are all of the pattern pieces ready to be cut onto the fabric. We have the full circle or third piece or the brim here. We have our top pattern piece, which you would need 2 pieces of in fabric, and then we have the midsection or the body, which is sort of like where it sits in the middle around your head, and you need 2 pairs of that particular piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin all these pieces onto fabric and cut them out like so. I'm just making my way around the inner circle. I'm cutting out the body piece or the midsection like so, as well as that perfect circle that is going to become the top of the hat. So once you have all of your pieces cut out and ready, you should end up with 2 full circle pieces, which becomes the top of your hat. You should also have 2 pairs of that mid-section piece, and then for the hat brim, you should have 2 pieces which should be fused, so it's nice and stiff when they are stitched up together. So the first thing we're going to be sewing is that middle section. I've pinned right sides together. We're going to be sewing up the side like so. So we have sort of like a tunnel piece that we can sew to the top of the hat. So once you're done stitching that, make sure to give it a nice press to open up those seams and to have everything nice and ready. I did this for both layers of that particular part of the hat. So once that is done pressed, I'm going to be grabbing my top hat or that full circle piece, and we're going to be pinning it into the middle region. But to ensure that you sort of assemble this thing correctly, I suggest you sort of cut midpoints across this side like so, fold it again, and then cut notches on that other 2 corners. What this is going to help you do is it's going to help you sort of spread the ease across the entire seam evenly in a way that won't really stress you, because you're trying to fit a circle into a seam that is curved, so they're not really the same shape. It's sort of like fixing a sleeve into your armhole. That's a similar feeling you would get when you're stitching this particular seam here. I've successfully pinned that circle into the top end of the middle region or the body of the hat, and I'm going to be sewing them in place. So take your time stitching this particular piece together, because if it doesn't work, it actually shows. I have put the sort of top end of the bucket hat on just to check that there's room in there, because all I have underneath this black beret thing I have on is just my hair in cornrows, and normally I would have a wig or braids or some kind of extension, so I wanted it to have just a little bit of room so I could actually wear it and it won't be tight around my head. But if you want a more snug fit around this top area here, I suggest that this main circle that sits on top, you sort of like make a circle that is smaller by, I would say, 1 inch, give or take, because that circle determines the width of this band. I'm going to go ahead and connect this to the brim, add the inner piece or the lining, and then finish off that seam to complete my bucket hat for summer. I'm ready to slay. You're not ready for me. You're not ready for me. So I'm going to go ahead and pin my brim together, putting right sides in place. I've just added a few pins around that outer edge because that's what we're going to be sewing together first. So I'm just sewing it all the way around, making my way from the beginning up until the end. And once you're done stitching that, we're going to take this to the ironing board and we're going to be pressing this right side out. So to ensure this seam opens up a lot easier, just cut some tiny notches all the way around. You can space them by about 2 to 3 inches, and this will just allow the stitching to open up easier when you turn this inside out like so. So I'm just going to grab my iron, and with some steam I'm going to press it flat all the way around, because once you iron it down like this and you go back to fix it into the rest of the hat, it just stays in place. So once you're done ironing all of this, it should look somewhat like this shape. It's already looking really beautiful. So the next thing I did was I added 6 sets of stitches that sort of held both layers in place, and the stitches were 1/2 inch apart. So in order to sew these stitches in a way that is actually evenly spaced, you can use the edge of your footer as a guide. So just align the edge of your footer with the edge of the stitch prior to the one that you're currently sewing, and you'll be able to achieve an evenly spaced like stitch all the way across your brim. So this is what my brim of the hat is looking like. I would say mine is not perfect. I'm sure you can do much better than me, but this is what mine ended up looking like, and using a contrasting stitch just sort of made it pop even more. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half like this so I can cut notches marking midpoint across this side. I'm going to fold it along the other end like so, and cut 2 notches marking midpoint along this folded edge as well. And this would help me pin the sort of other side of the hat into the brim. Like I said earlier on, when you're not joining 2 pieces that have the same size, you want to ensure that you spread the ease across in a way that is even. So I got my other set that is acting as my lining, and I folded it in such a way that I've put the wrong sides together, and I'm matching them along the side seam, and I'm just pinning it into the brim, ready to be stitched up together. So sewing nice and ever so slowly, we're going to be joining the brim of the hat to the body. Take your time, I swear, else you would have to do this all over again, and it's not a very nice feeling, but it's so satisfying when you actually do it right and it comes out really nice. I've joined basically everything together, and I want to try it on to see if it actually fits. I feel like it's a bit too, let me show you guys, it's a bit too wide here. What I can do is to undo this seam and then narrow down, you know, these side seams that we joined together for this top half. I think I might narrow it down a little, sort of like, I would say 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch there, so it's just a bit more snug. It's funny, I wanted it loose, now it's too loose. So I'm going to quickly make that correction. I hope it fits into the circle of this brim. I hope it fits. So let's quickly change that, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after I've done that correction. Okay, so I wanted to come back and show you guys what the hat looks like on the inside. So this is how much I reduced from the side seam. I would say it's about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and I literally had to stretch the top to fit this seam here. You can sort of see the struggle. You can see the struggle seam, but I did that for both ends in order to reduce the width of this sort of like end of the hat to make it work. But yeah, let's show you what the inside looks like so you know what corrections I made. So this is what the final outcome looks like. I love the fact that I actually have matching trousers in the same print, so it's an actual mood and it's a whole vibe. I hope you enjoyed watching this video all the same. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. I would love to see your recreations, and make sure to tag me on Instagram at KimDaveDesigns. And until my next video, have a good morning, afternoon and evening wherever you are. Bye.